The Transformation, a complete story of love, betrayal, and finding yourself. Hello, everyone. Today I want to share a story that will stay with you long after you finish watching. It's about a girl named Sarah, about cruelty and kindness, about losing yourself and finding something even better. This is a story about transformation, not just of the body, but of the soul. So settle in and let me tell you about the days Sarah stopped being invisible. The girl no one saw Sarah was 17, with warm brown eyes and shoulder-length hair that caught the light beautifully. She was smart, kind, and creative. But Sarah was also plump, and in the cruel hierarchy of high school, that was all anyone seemed to notice. Every day she sat in the back of her classroom, sketching in her notebook, trying to disappear. And every day she would steal glances at Matthew, tall, handsome Matthew, who had a smile that could light up a room and a laugh that made her heart ache with longing. Sarah knew it was hopeless. Matthew was surrounded by beautiful girls, popular girls, girls who looked nothing like her. But the heart doesn't choose who it loves, does it? One day in the cafeteria, Sarah overheard Jessica, one of the popular girls, laughing with her friends. "I heard Sarah writes Matthew's name in her diary," Jessica said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "That's sweet," Amber added mockingly. "But Matthew would never. I mean, look at her. Then look at him." The words cut through Sarah like knives. But worse was what happened next. In the hallway, Jessica deliberately bumped into her. "Sorry, didn't see you there. You take up so much space, though. How did I miss you?" Everyone laughed, including Matthew's friends. And Matthew? He just looked away, as if Sarah wasn't even worth acknowledging. That silent betrayal hurt more than all the cruel words combined. The decision that changed everything. That night, Sarah stood crying in front of her bathroom mirror. She looked at herself, really looked, and whispered, "Is this all I am?" Then something shifted in her eyes. Pain transformed into determination. She picked up her phone and searched. How to start running. If they judge me on my appearance, she thought, then I'll change. But not for them. For me. To prove I'm stronger than their cruelty. The journey of 1,000 miles. The next morning, Sarah woke before dawn and ran. She barely made it down the street before gasping for breath. Every muscle screamed. She wanted to quit, but she remembered Matthew's indifference, Jessica's laughter, and she kept going. Week after week, Sarah ran. She changed her diet. She pushed through pain, through doubt, through moments when giving up seemed easier than continuing. But here's what Sarah discovered. Somewhere between mile 1 and mile 100, something miraculous happened. She stopped running away from the pain they'd caused her and started running toward the person she wanted to become. 3 months later, Sarah was transformed. Not just slimmer, she was strong, confident, radiant. Her eyes held a fire that hadn't been there before. The return. When Sarah walked into school that morning, the hallway fell silent. Students stared in disbelief. Whispers erupted everywhere. "Is that Sarah?" Jessica and her friends stood frozen, mouths open in shock. Sarah walked into her classroom. Every head turned, and there was Matthew, staring at her like he was seeing the sun for the first time. His charming smile appeared. He was about to speak, but Sarah just looked at him calmly, then looked away. For the first time, she dismissed him. Matthew's smile faded. He looked confused, lost. The tables had turned completely. The complication over the next few weeks, everything changed. Matthew tried repeatedly to talk to Sarah. He asked her out. He sent her messages. He suddenly noticed everything about her he'd ignored before. "Sarah, I'm sorry about before," he said one day after class. "I was stupid. I didn't see you. But I see you now." Sarah's heart, that treacherous heart that had loved him for so long, wanted to believe him, wanted to say yes. This was what she'd dreamed about for years. But she remembered that hallway, his silence when she needed someone to speak up. "Matthew," she said softly, "you see me now because of how I look. But I'm the same person inside. I was always worth seeing. You just chose not to look." She walked away, leaving him standing there. But the story doesn't end there.